I needed to stay comfortable today. It was a need. So coming at you cozy to talk about my current faves. I have some beauty stuff and some, I guess, like home stuff. Let me start with beauty. So we all love a good beauty blender. I feel like I've definitely become more and more like lazy with my makeup over time, I guess. I just kind of want to get it done. It's not typically like a fun pampering process for me unless I'm in the mood. I'm kind of just like, okay, I have to do my makeup. So I've been using the beauty blender to just like do as many things on my face as possible out of just convenience. And it works great. Love it. But the main thing that I put on my face, like in the greatest amount, is concealer. I'll usually use like a color corrector and then a concealer, and I feel like I just have to pack so much on. So I was like, you know what? Let me revert back to trying a concealer brush. I haven't used a concealer brush in so many years. This is the Real Techniques 242 brightening concealer brush. I'm just gonna hold it in front of my hand, but I almost feel like you can see it better when I'm holding it in front of my robe. This one's like a little bit big for me, but I still make it work. There's all different kinds of concealer brushes out there. It's hard when I'm ordering online because I feel like when I get a small one, they're either like too small. So this is the one that I've been using, and it's so nice because I can use so much less concealer, so it just feels so much better because the Beauty Blender really does absorb like so much more product than you realize. So this, I probably can use like 1/3 of the amount of concealer when using the brush, and I just like kind of pat it out and it leaves a really nice finish. Sometimes I'll tap over it really quickly afterwards with the Beauty Blender just to like make it set in a little bit more. But I also struggle with like texture kind of here on the sides of my nose, especially when I put makeup on. So the more product and concealer I use, the more like visible that texture is. So this has helped me with that a lot, and you're just saving a lot more product. You're wasting a lot less product. Yeah, wasting a lot less product. So definitely been loving that lately. In the realm of makeup, so I'm a chapstick addict. I know they say the more you use it, the worse it actually is, because it's, you know, your lips get dried out and then you become dependent on the lip balm and you have to keep using more to whatever. I don't care. I'm too far in. It's literally been like this since I was a little kid. We are way far past the need for discussion on that. I have a chapstick in every single like room of my house, basically. My car, my purse, and multiple backups just in case. Next to my bed, like all of it. I cannot function if my lips are not moisturized. That being said, it's hard to find a good vegan, cruelty-free lip balm. And I don't like the ones that you stick your like finger in. I'm just like, I don't like that. So I like an actual like chapstick, right? It's hard to find a good one that's vegan or cruelty-free and affordable, because I get the Hurrah brand and it's expensive. Like, to me, that's expensive for a lip balm. So I did venture out and find one that was a lot cheaper. Well, lo and behold, I don't know if I was allergic to one of the ingredients or it just like didn't work well for my skin, but it messed up my lips. Like, it made my lips so dry, especially my upper lip, like on the corners. I don't know why. It was just making them so dry. And at first it was also like kind of when it was getting much colder out. So I'm like, oh, maybe like my lips are just getting super chapped from the weather. So then I'm putting more and more of the lip balm on until I realized that it was the lip balm doing that to my lips. I'm gonna put which one it was around here just as a warning not to get that one, especially if you have sensitive skin, because something in it did not sit right with me. And then I went and filtered like the 1-star reviews, and a lot of the other reviews were people saying the same thing, and I was like, all that being said, I had to go on like a lip repair journey, and I really had to like exfoliate the dry patches off my skin along with re-moisturizing them. So I do have like a couple lip scrubs and stuff, but it just wasn't cutting it. So I got these lip exfoliator tools, very similar to ones that I've talked about that I use on my face actually, but these are specifically designed for your lips. One side has like a little like nubby situation, and the other side has a even smaller, more close together nubby situation. I actually prefer the side where they're like smaller and more close together. I just feel like it exfoliates a little better. But yeah, using this in combination with the lip scrub, it helps so much. It makes my lips feel so nice. And sometimes I'll even take this with like no lip scrub on if I'm just like in a rush, and I'll just use like warm water and just scrub my lips and put the lip balm on. And this like helped with my lip repair journey so much. This was weird because it wasn't like the typical lip dry skin where it's kind of like that like I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like the thin, like flaky skin that people usually will like bite off their lips. It was like sandpaper. Like it felt like sandpaper, like from here, this part of my lip felt like sandpaper. I was like, what is going on? Anyway, this helped fix the issue. So that is why it is a fave. Last beauty thing, I actually posted a short of me using this. I feel like all of like the like TikTok shop and like all of this shopping stuff is like just constantly shoved down my throat with viral products. And honestly, I'm getting quite sick of it. But every once in a while I'll see something where I'm like, interesting. I saw a lot of people using those like smaller ceramic heated round brushes, and it got me like looking into options, and I found this one by Hot Tools. It's an oval shape and it's a lot bigger, so this is better for like longer hair, and the bristles are like more spaced out a bit. So this is not like it's not a blow dryer, it's just a heated brush. You definitely want to make sure each section of your hair is brushed out like as you go, because you don't want to get caught up in knots while using this. But this is just such a faster way to style my hair. My hair is like naturally already pretty straight, but sometimes it just has like bends where it's just not moving and falling the way I want it to, and I kind of like it to have more of the blowout look. My hair does not hold a style at all, so I can never actually do like the real blowout look that I would want, but it gets me at least to where there's like some kind of movement in the ends of my hair, and I can kind of like style my bangs to go like out a little bit like this, and then the very like ends of my hair to kind of go in. Just put a little bump on the ends, you know. Nothing crazy, but it also just like, sometimes I get like dents and stuff in this region. And this, like, I can literally just do one half of my hair at a time. It's just on this side, and then on this side, and then a few times in the bangs, and I'm good to go. It has just saved me so much time. Instead of going in with all these thin little sections with the flat iron, it's like this has truly just, yeah, saved me so much time. I'm gonna link the short so you can see me actually using it. I feel like I'm using less heat on my hair because I don't have to go in like so many passes to get it right. I haven't touched my straightener since I've purchased this. Like, I've had no need to reach for it because this is just doing everything it needs to do. And okay, so the next 3 products, I'm calling them like home, or I guess they're 4. These next 4 products, I'm calling them home related stuff because they're things that you use at home. Now, I always joke about how my favorites get like less and less exciting as time goes on. But this is the reality of the situation, okay? Like, these are the things that I've been liking. And if you are a person who is home and uses things, which I believe is many of us, then maybe you will like my random, obscure, boring things that I like. Maybe you'll like them too. I don't know if y'all remember when the Snuggies first came out. It was like the blanket with sleeves. Someone gave me one. I acquired one somehow. It was the pink one, and it was okay. Mine smelled like pretty musty. I don't know what that situation was. Like, I had to wash it multiple times when I got it because it just came out the box smelling kind of weird. And then the fabric was just kind of like a cheap fleece material. So I was just kind of like not super into the Snuggie. But this, like, since this winter began, obviously like we're gonna be coming to the end of winter, but it's still cold. So I get, my temperature fluctuates a lot at night, but I start out really, really cold. And then I kind of get warmer as the night goes on, and then I'm cold again in the morning. Oh, there's a hair in my eye. So I would struggle because if I slept in a hoodie, I'd be too hot. I already have like terrible insomnia. Every time I wake up, it usually takes me forever to fall back to sleep. So it's just a whole debacle. I want to wake up as little as possible, and the longer I'm awake, the harder it is for me to fall asleep. So that like time of me being awake in the middle of the night is very precious. Like, I cannot stimulate myself. So getting up and taking off my hoodie may seem very silly, but like if you have sleep issues, you know. So I started taking my robe and sleeping with my robes on backwards, put the sleeves on the front, but then I would still have to use a blanket because the robe wasn't big enough to like cover my whole body. And I'm just like, that would also make me a little hot because then I have 2 layers on. But I did like that if I did get hot, I could just literally just go like this and take it off the front. I didn't have to sit up, I didn't have to do anything, or I could just take one arm out of the robe. And then it occurred to me like, oh, I could get a blanket with sleeves. I could get like a Snuggie type situation. So I looked on Amazon to see like what kind of, hey buddy bean. Hey little baby. I will resume to giving you attention when I'm done, if that's okay with you. Is that okay? No? It's gonna have to be that way, okay? what are my like current Snuggie options? And I found this. So this is quite literally a blanket with sleeves. It's a material of like a nice, thin, soft blanket. Very, very soft. And it's the size of a full blanket. It's pretty perfect. I really like it. It comes in multiple colors. It's a lot more high quality and like plush and luxurious than the Snuggie, but it's not like such a thick fabric that you're gonna like overheat at night. So if you like soft, very soft, but not heavy blankets, this is like in line with that kind of material. And it has the 2 sleeves, so you can just be straight chilling. I know a lot of people like to use these like when they're sitting down and watching TV and stuff like that. It's just the epitome of comfort and coziness, okay? And I've like put it in the wash multiple times and it's still holding up, so. I am on a mission to reduce my waste, especially with plastic and stuff like that. Almost every single grocery item that I buy in plastic is not in resealable plastic, nor is it in like the type of plastic where you can just kind of like cut the top open and like roll it down and put a clip. Like it's always in some kind of plastic that you have to like completely remove and throw away. And then you have to put it in a plastic bag to keep it fresh. And I'm like, oh, like the Impossible Burgers, the Beyond Burgers, the Chow vegan cheeses that I get. Those are just like some of the examples that I have. Also, one of the dog foods that I get, it's not in the type of container where you can put like a reusable lid on it, because it's like a soft aluminum type of material, and it's square and just like very malleable and like moldable. So I have to put that in a plastic bag, and I'm just like, man, I want to try to reduce this waste. Also, that dog food is really smelly, and like a regular plastic bag couldn't contain the smell. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for some reusable silicone. I call them plastic bags, like Ziploc bags, but they're silicone Ziploc bags, right? This brand makes multiple different sizes. It says airtight, leak-proof, eco-friendly, double-sealed, keeps food fresh, food-grade material, freezer-safe, and dishwasher-safe. So these have been working out really well for me. They actually help keep like my fridge not smelling because of the dog food, which is really nice. And also, I'll just put it through the dishwasher. I'll like turn it inside out and just put it in the dishwasher, and then you can reuse them, which is just great if you pack yourself lunches, if you have kids and pack them lunches, if you just find yourself like buying Ziploc bags, using plastic bags, even travel. If you travel and you put your stuff in Ziplocs like I do, you can reuse them multiple times. Like I said, you can freeze them, clean them, dishwasher safe, and it's just so much better for the environment. And I think it's just like one of those small things that you can make a change with. And actually in the long run, I also feel like it will be more, it will save you money, because plastic bags, you can use them basically once, then you have to throw them out and buy new ones. These you can use over and over and over again. And again, they do make other sizes, like gallon size and stuff like that, which I'm going to have to get next. I just wanted to try out the size that I would use most often first. Yeah, highly recommend. Another kitchen thing. I saw a video of this, I'm not even sure where. This is a electric jar opener, not a can opener, jar opener. As a carpal tunnel girly, opening jars, this is another thing where it's like, if you don't know, you won't understand, but if you get it, you get it. Having to do things with my hands that cause me pain, not only cause me physical pain, but also causes me mental pain, because knowing that if I do get this jar open, I like won't be able to use my hand for a couple of days. I won't be able to open doorknobs or like do basic things with my hand, because my wrist will be in so much pain after, just from opening this jar. And I've gotten so many different kinds of jar openers to make this situation better, and none of them work for me. I've gotten the ones for like people with arthritis. I've tried literally everything. Still just so much physical like effort with your hands. So when I saw automatic jar opener, I was like, oh my God, this will make me feel better mentally and physically if this works. So I need to get it. And it's just like, it's something so simple, but it can really just help with like independence and stuff. And I know a lot of this is also useful for a lot of like older people whose like grip strength has started to weaken. So if you have any people in your life that struggle opening jars, like literally get them this. It will make them so happy. I'm not even kidding. And even if you don't have like any kind of disabilities or whatever it is, like we can all benefit from this tool. It's amazing. So Every time I use it, I'm always like in a rush, hustle and bustle trying to get food together, so I always forget to take a video, but I'll post a video from like one of the reviews. You just press this button. Sometimes you have to hold it down, sometimes it does it on its own, but you wait for like the upper claws to like go in on the lid, and then the lower claws go in on the jar, and then it just twists and it pops the seal open and it opens up the jar for you. Amazing. Amazing. We love this thing. It just takes a couple batteries and yeah, you're good to go. Sometimes this battery thing pops off when it's done, but I'm like, you know what, I don't care. Slightly flawed, but has worked and opened the jar for me every single time I've opened a jar with it. So thank you for removing one small stress from my life that really isn't so small, you know? And this is the last thing. We're getting real obscure here. Ooh. Oh my God. These are anti-slip rug grips. It says reusable, removable, washable. Okay, first of all, they're shaped like hearts because they go in the corner of your rug, right? Cute. They're basically just like black sticky silicone. One side says to put it on the carpet and the other side says to put it on the floor. I have a Roomba, another one of the things that were put into place, you know, in effort to help with my stress and my independence and my wrist pain. But it does like, it will like move some of your rugs around or like lift up the corners and sometimes get caught on the rug. I don't know, I'm just like, I'm an area rug girly. I don't have carpet anywhere in my house except for the stairs. So I like to get like little area rugs, but they slip, they move, and it's annoying. I had to get these to put under all my rugs and I love them so much. The only thing I disagree with is they're removable. They are removable, but you can't like reuse them after you remove it sometimes because certain rugs, like the bottom of them is made of like a certain material that will just get like stuck to these, but they are washable, which is so interesting to me. I've had to wash this rug on my floor multiple times and I washed it like at least like 3 or 4 times before having to replace the sticky things on the bottom. I would literally just like peel it up off the floor, throw it in the wash, let it air dry, and then these would still be sticky on there after, and I could just like stick it right back to my floor. So I was like, that's very convenient. I saw a lot of people in their reviews say that they have pets that like to like dig on their rugs too, and this passed the test of preventing their pets from like digging up the rug and moving it around. And even if you just like vacuum by hand and stuff, like the rug always like flips up at the corners. A lot of people in their entryways, those rugs get flipped up, people trip on the rug. So if you're looking for a good anti-slip rug grip that like you can actually put in the wash and reuse a few times, I recommend these. Everything will be linked in the description. So yeah, little calm favorites, you know. A little obscure, but hey, that's life. I got my prescription updated so I can see the viewfinder a little better, but it's still just like a little too far away to tell me when I'm blurry and when I'm not. All right, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.